Hi there, Malcolm here for my 318th Booktube video, and today I'll be bringing you a review for Relics by Tim Lebbon. This is book one of the trilogy, and this was a reread, but I actually listened to it on Audible, and this was read to me by Esther Wayne, who I thought did a rather good job of it. This is a modern urban fantasy set in London, and we follow the story of Angela and her boyfriend Vince. Vince goes off in the morning to work, and Angela goes through her normal day, and at the end of the day, Vince doesn't come home. No sign of him the following day either, so she goes to look for him. And she ends up going down the proverbial rabbit hole, where she learns that many of the make-believe creatures from fairy tales were once real, and that Vince happens to be a relic hunter who is very good at sourcing unicorn horns or angel wings, that sort of thing, for collectors and buyers of this rare resource. And we do jump to Vince's point of view every now and again, as he is in some sort of crisis. I'm not going to give away anything there, but even so, you don't really find out what's going on until a lot later, so you follow his story because he doesn't really know what's going on. She really didn't know that any of this was happening, and the story unfolds from there. I really enjoy this one, and when I read this back in 2020, Fat Frederick Malloy was my favourite character of that year. He's effectively a gangster who's using his power and influence to acquire these relics, because that's all he's interested in, and he has a childlike wonder about these things. He's completely fascinated about them. And as he ends up joining Angela, going down the proverbial rabbit hole, his sense of wonderment of this world that he only just touched upon is so charming, you can't help but love this gangster who's probably murdered people. I won't give much more away than that, although you can probably guess where it probably ends up. Now, Tim Lebbon normally writes horror, and there are indeed horror-like aspects about this book. This is more dark urban fantasy than a straight-up horror. However, I would say the swimming pool scenes had stayed with me since 2020 when I first read it. I don't think it was any less grim the second time around. It does get dark, it does get gruesome. But yeah, I enjoy this for the characters, I enjoy this for the rich, vibrant world that is created here. This other world that humanity isn't aware of, and how it affects those that it does vaguely touch, and in different ways. Whether it's through awe and wonder, like with Fat Frederick, or with a far more sinister response, like with Mary Rock. Absolutely brilliant. Really enjoyed listening to it. Booktastic. Looking forward to rereading book 2, which I'm really annoyed about, because previously the library had books 1 and 2, which I'd read and enjoyed. They didn't have book 3. Subsequently, I was able to pick up the trilogy, but it had been long enough I didn't really remember what happened, so I'd reread them. And it turned out that books 1 and 2 were free on Audible. I thought, well, I'll listen to books 1 and 2, and then I'll read the third one. Just finished this one. Guess what's not free anymore? So I'm going to have to try and squeeze book 2 in sometime soon, so I don't leave it too long again. But I'd really hope to have listened. But there you go. So, have you read Relics? What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it or not? Who's your favourite character in it? Or what's your favourite Tim Lebbon book, if you've read any of those? Or failing that, urban fantasy? Comments down below, please. But as usual, if there's nothing I should say, then please keep it to yourself. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and other YouTube things if you want. And until next time, see you later.